All right. Good afternoon to the members of the press. Good afternoon to the media, and good afternoon to our audience. I want to use this opportunity to thank you all for showing up for this most important part of the concert, which is the press conference. With me here today is the management. I would have the singular honor to introduce them to you. From the far right, we have Yankuba Bojang, alias known as Bricks Boy. He is the ground coordinator and also serving as the manager for affairs that has to do with the Gambia. Next to him is Demba Jalo. His face is very familiar. Anytime we have shows, we all know the roles that he played. Demba served as the manager for international affairs, most especially those in Europe. Next to Demba, I would have to skip that one and I will come back to him because the day actually belongs to him. Next is Dr. Kadi Singate, Omar Kadi Singate. And Kadi is our financial supervisor and also the one that is responsible for our affairs in America. And my humble self is Ismaila Fadera. I will be in charge of the press and the media as far as the TERIYAA concert is concerned. Without wasting much time, I would have the honor and privilege to introduce the honor of the event, the most talked about event for that matter, who is no other person than ST, the Gambian Dream. He is the one behind all this work that we are doing. On that note, we welcome the media and the press as far as this concern is concerned. On that note, I will pass the mic to Demba Jalo, who served as our international manager, to give an opening remarks on behalf of the management. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon to everybody. Mabel Kontona Manglena Nuyu. So, like Ismaila already mentioned, the reason why we gathered here today is to talk about the upcoming TERIYAA concert, in which the management team feels it necessary to come and clear some information or give some answers related to the logistics, preparations, and every other concern that the fans might have or the journalists might have to ask about, so that we can give some clear guidelines related to the show. So the floor is open for every questioning, and then we wish to be able to answer any question that have specifically related to the TERIYAA concert. And thank you everybody for coming.
So just as Demba said, we would have to follow protocol. Any media house who wants to ask question can please state the name and the media house they are representing for the purpose of records. Thank you. Yes?
First and foremost, my name is Mohan, Gambian speaking. I would like to acknowledge our respectful time. Previous press conference, which is about a nightmare, but thank God this time actually over time. I appreciate that. My question was to do with security. Past events I've attended at PGI have been a nightmare for most women who go outside. We understand that security within the events of the event has always been outside of the event has always been an issue. And ST has been known for providing a lot of security professionals that can actually about the state crime and all that. What spending military thinking as far as this area is concerned? But then people are very worried about their exposure and stuff because they're coming to the end of the harassment and all that.
So I'll pass that I'll pass the mic to Demba for that, you know.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Modlan, right? Yeah, thank you so much for the question. And yeah, so like I understand, GCCI is a ground for us also for the first time that we have to hold our show there. So, like you said, many things happen with the past events. So, the estate management, we cannot go deeply to understand what was the cause or the reasons why maybe they have some security lapse, because every management have their ways of doing their things. But like as the estate management is concerned, we work with our experience since from the Independence Stadium, and that means after every event, we make our recaps to find out some information related to what happened and how we can upgrade ourselves. So related to GCCI, the management deems it necessary to make a survey because it's the first time that we're performing there. So we were on the ground, we have a look, we consider some strategic points, locations, and how to comply with the audience, the traffic, and everything was put into consideration. And our security measures is draft based on these protocols. So now coming down to the personnel, like after making the survey, we deem it necessary what is the amount of numbers we're going in for, and then we engage in the paramilitary, the police intervention unit, like always, and also the local securities for the inner core setup. Then the outer core setup is more of the personnel of the law enforcement authorities, and then we also have the police anti-crime unit, who are responsible for patrolling to be able to dismantle any organized form of other people trying to group in response to avoid some complications. Though there is never 100% security guaranteed, but we try our best to make sure that the fans who are coming there can come safely and also go back home safely. So, but we also appealing to the fans and the general public, because anytime the security personnel start to use power, already security failed. So what we appealing, like to avoid other complications, is even a form of security. That means when the fans who are coming there for the party and then try to follow the rules and the regulation, that I means like following the barriers, not to avoid promotions and to consider the next brother or sister next to you, who is also trying to get inside. I think it will also make the work easier for everybody and also the securities. But like I said, the security setup is based on the logistics and everything related to the program, and that we consider, and then we try our best to get the amount of personnel we need to secure the place. Yeah.
Wait, just out of curiosity, are you expecting the 10,000 or 20,000 security partners, or just because I hit by the example, 7,000 security?
Yeah, that would be nice, but I think the number, you know yourself, like, yeah. But like I say again, we try to upgrade from year to year. So after studying and surveying the ground, knowing the key strategic points that we have to handle, and then the security measures to take place. So I think we have to we have tried to get enough securities to cover these places and these logistic points. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Next question, your name, please.
My name is Shehun Jai. I'm from Trent, Gambia. I have a three question for ST, but you can answer it in one question. The first question is, what is the main aim of the TERIYAA concert?
What is it?
What's the main goal of the TERIYAA concert? So the second question is, what message are you trying to send to Gambian youth through this concert? And why do you choose the name TERIYAA concert?
Thank you very much for that question. I think it's a very important question. We have been sending this message across, for years. I can say, one Gambia, one people, one nation, one tribe. We believe, friendship is the root of everything. Togetherness, oneness, being able to understand each other, as a nation. So we deem it necessary, to release a song that talks about how important friendship is, how we can all connect as friends, and towards positive good, So the song "TERIYAA" is a local word, It means friendship. Friendship. TERIYAA concert. It's a concert for friends, all the friends around the world, in the Gambia and outside. Anybody that are friends, everyone is invited, to grace this occasion as friends, to show appreciation to each other. Badi yani sinyoya ani nyoya ya, Yeah.
Yes, my name is Musa Jere from Brazil 24. I will ask a follow-up question regarding the TERIYAA concert. I've been a key follower of you, and I realized that a failure of the TERIYAA music have been going on since 2022, but it's just released. Why does it take this long period before we release the program?
Okay, honestly, to tell you the truth, the first time I did a freestyle, like you said, it was in 2022 in UK, but then that was just the chorus. I'm an artist. Me, I work with vibe. I could just enter the studio, start some music now, and then tomorrow I come up with another sound, and then I feel like working on this one more than this right now. So it's more of a feeling thing because for me, music is more of a feel. It's more of a vibe. Sometimes you feel this song is not ready. I need to cook this more. So it doesn't have to be rushed. Tabiro me alang ka mo niya sa after mo ka na do my bang. Yeah, yeah. So morning important ajele, So, but honestly, I was just taking my time and making sure everything comes at the right time. Yeah.
My name is Julius. Young Muslim. My question is about the
In general,
That's
Bakulle.
So this is since before even look at it. Yeah, understand. So the problem I see most of the time, okay, legal, legal, Pandaje, come surely, so we spoke up on the pussy big problem for what are you most of them? I don't understand that for the whole thing. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Got
So
it.
yeah. So thank you very much, Abarakabake. So when it comes to that, ngaminke ngang hakilo tu so jamal la fanan tambita GCCI modula dol di kuruntel. So sol tambita le fanan milialon ko ngang hakilo tu dole na moli hakilo tu dole ila setopol keta nyamin. So that's one thing. So always bunda to normally problemo kana wato minna ni mol futata bunda fangoto. But nata da bunda se control no kuru ni mol nata bunda to ay free bunda to fangoto. So wolon gold always wala kake gold kuru mol kana futa na bunda to. So niaje fangon ko no gate tickets ngawo commence nin tuna kuru ngawo part ning eliminate je because ni wonde wo fana ma fan so line wal tinu kuru kata ticket osa. So ngawo eliminate je but still now regardless kunyal mom futa to lafta e futa nyame whereby movie binale ke dunno simply but normally minka okay at the beginning pango doli kaje la ka official aka okay ikaje barial katara jana but with time ikaje aka soron nan fola bango maybe pango baria man soto koteke mole na grupo kenan banda so security wise nimpia you discussion also do wala pour ndel goal momenti pour mol kana futa bundado ni be futa la bundado rek yena rek yedum so wolen golti bunda ko ni me futa no bundado rek you supposed to be free there in the sense that hanila fengo jolonta je mo nyanta fule la funo jolonta yani ko wolen golti but regardless security da mato kelano ndel fanan da mata kelano if we all have to do this collectively meaning atal min kana to respect mol mil kana not necessarily the journalists but the general public comme your protocols respect comme barial velori nyamin na security respect ni ko moli batu follow ko si telephone normally ni be at distance ikake nyamin dole ka mol fenkele do moni den mol buleta pour bunna to kana fu bunna to free follow jandi molena so nim patient ta dulani waratale mo be kunnale So not sure if I answer your questions.
And the following point is about the media.
And yes. Okay, so before the media fanang I want to say this mi along is very important for moli along. Okay, bunda to be bunda sabal bunda fula le utilize kam bunda ba fula, but bunda do fanang bi jele mi along ko kuru artist la bunda to long. So lafta le kuru mol be along fana natere VIP ticket le soto ibe dunna no dula to la. Kuru. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that not any friends or nata or any model, but one VIP or near VIP so is a do no bundal, any bundala anyway. So, but not a fan VIP le be able any model not a me along cataman VIP so just to avoid complications. Maybe where try I tower bunda dola, but the security is going to be very strict at Artisola bunda because Artisola be do jela and in VIP and in the other executives, they all VIP anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the question is, say the press they do have limited spaces. Okay, that will be talked about by them.
Yeah, press. Okay,
I have a question. And it goes to Esme.
Exactly. Yeah, so come rek come ka domandin la faje rek wolong kadie min fale wo is clear. So on that part fanan come siloning coming to GCCI ground bring more tata je nga surveying ke nga feel like if necessary as a possible no the last Johnson before main gate and the last Johnson the last Johnson before the main gate and the first Johnson after the main gate ibe close la comme motol tinala comme kasia je fu bundani to so put more finance will put into consideration. Yeah, so ninara nam press space in yenna womu kule di fana miyalon ko comme amuntol fana na concern leti. So what people have to understand music is atefanan tambitale more than rek purka perform. So bano lebe stage kan and equipment so le fanan bije mini alon ko some are channel, some are cable, they will be breaking in different frequencies la and stuff. So it is never like come cameraman will lafta ka low dawoda anyanta ka low to we wish come wo keno because albije min albije wala to have good shots and stuff. But live band performance need normal DJ setup all long. It's a problem will be solved within 5 minutes. Live band performance aka difficult. It takes time. So walatin na come sometimes nalka complication or sort of come stage on can come ka falal kan na position ota or I'll move them because sometimes Allah equipment soul they can correspond with some of the electronic devices from the minute stage on so mimbije inka mbemi wisla wolonyinti this time we try to allocate spots for camera manual in a way for journalists or minu yalon ko be sonin ko bakane pour la space to minu yalon ko they can get good shots. But sometimes this is just an advice based on experience. The problem also from your end, struggle some of you also have to try and develop based on Allah's skill because it's very difficult to cover a whole show with one camera. So so but if you have like crew members of 2 camera people or 3 doye janata doye focus artist in the makam doye tajana after ali alla cottons ke ali alla all shots will be compiled together ali alla production on yinge it's easy. So but ni mo killing ko okay mbe 30 minutes tala le ngasele stage la left after nga move stage la right later I go in front later back. So when 5 people want to do the same action on the stage whilst we also have the performing artist sometimes complication on yin kanale. But still, that doesn't justify it. Come, we will not work together. So, Panamba trial from the management end, we upgrade la nyamen to make a setup to make things easy for everybody. Alto financial la load line in sort of
yeah. How is used to like this? Maybe with the crowd too. Because if we are too close to the crowd, they might snag your food or they might be pushing you something like that. I think it's the best time for you to work on that too. Because we don't need to get closer to the crowd too. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to add on that. That will be raise content. It's a concern on the media teams. Like always, we tell that on your press conferences, we had the press conference. I don't want to mention other things, but I think it means for us to discuss as stakeholders in the music industry. We talk about it because this is the place where we can talk about it and we discuss. We have one goal for the success of everybody. Most of the time, more carefully, we need space. The more targeting. So even though now you offer them come, they're gonna give us space. Then tell that shooting dollar. You can't if you wanna film somewhere else, you can't like security man or in the middle of people, security man only here to staff or Canada. Understand? So we don't complain that it's a genuine thing for us to look into. Because we come over filming care stay over. When the artist is performing, we come VIP, they'll go obstacle. Maybe like in the future or nearby, once I give or even crowd or tema or somewhere else, be the cameraman. I'll be more fixed ladame. For now, I wanna talk to the camera crew right now here. Tell we need to level up our skills, we need to level up our standards. Sometimes I can difficult come artist so I so organized. You are having a mobile phone. I don't wanna disrespect nobody. Sometimes you can't get a crowd on you, they got a cameraman on it. Like 15 to 20, people standing at one place. We are filming, we're distracting people. So we the media teams, we need to level up our skills. This is a job. Like the way these people need to level up, level. Because if we take our job seriously, I think when we go to events, they will not disrespect us.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. It's fine because if I understand the reason why we are here is Mialonko, it is directly to us, ST management, right? Related to Ntolla events. So most of you might have other experiences to other events. Mialonko is different from Alkamin Sotontolla. So Ntebe address Mialonko, it is related to us directly. Like how the atmosphere and create to make sure that all satisfaction on you. But nevertheless, knowledge general concerns it is related to the general music industry. I think it is very important Alkana Batufan Konka for Estilebe event organized or any other person clearly. You can try to make a form of organizing a press conference, musician artists, a general press conference related to expressing your dissatisfaction. What are the standards you can develop to make sure that the future events for Hollywood discussion on Yinkedi. But right now, thinking, don't say me handle no right now. Wolong me and all affect directly or mimbal affect and all particular zone. But a general discussion about a general concern, I guess, and I advise you people to try to organize yourself, and then you write to the different artists, ila management or almiesi, alle general discussion sort of put me back in a cool new because all of them aim, yeah.
Yeah, Pamela, you want to ask?
Yes, I want to ask two questions. Assalamu alaikum to you all. I am Fatima Jano from My TV, Gambia. I ask you my first question is, what inspired you to create your new album, which is TERIYAA, and how does it differ from your previous work? And the second question.
Oh, it's two now.
Yes.
Okay.
So, can I allow you to answer the first?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, it's not an album. It's just a single. I know for the fact that I'm used to launching albums annually. So people expect annual albums. But this year I'm not launching an album. It's just a song. Yeah, it's just a concert actually. Yes, it's just a concert. Hopefully next year there will be an album. Yes.
Okay, the second. Can you tell us more about the themes and also the message in the TERIYAA?
The message.
And the themes.
Yeah, well, I think I said that before. It's all about unity. Because if you hear, one Gambia, one people, one nation, one tribe, at the end of the day, I feel like it all starts with how we look at each other, how we expect, how we cope with each other, how we understand each other. So everything, is based on friendship. If we all look at each other like we are brothers and sisters, it makes everything work perfectly well. So, that's why the TERIYAA song came out. Is to remind people of how important working together is, and how we should put humanity first before anything, and how important it is to cope with each other and to work together as a unit. Unity is strength. Yeah.
Yes.
I am Fatima from Gratitude. I want to ask, how prepared are you with your team regard to the ambience, and what is the difference between your last concert and this one?
Well, me and my team have been prepared. We've been prepared. Yes, yes. We've been waiting for the day for so long, and everyone is excited, that it's here. Personally, I cannot wait to do what I do best on stage. Even though I don't want to break surprises here, We want me to break the surprise here. Yeah, so there will be so many surprises, because we cannot be doing like it's different songs from last year was an album. This is a concert. It's gonna be a different entrance. It's gonna be different songs. It's gonna be a different performance, and we're gonna have a live band session and also a semi-live. Everything just comes different, but we will witness that firsthand on stage. On Saturday. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can come.
I can.
Okay, wait, it's fine.
Okay. First of all, I want to congratulate your team on the flyer of how the event was going to lay out. It was a massive congratulations, and the layout was very organized. Impressively when I saw it personally.
Thank you.
That's a great achievement. So, and then before I go on, I don't know if anyone has asked it. When I was coming, I was watching the live from Jovis, where you were highlighting about the media personnel, possibly we can come with people whereby you can be assistant, one person stands here before all of you be rotated. Sometimes we do suggest that, but it's very obstacle. Like when you go to the collecting of the tasks, the organizers will tell you pick media platform maximum of only 2 people. So let's say, for example, you want to do live streaming, or you want to be doing pre-record, you want to conduct backstage interviews. So it has to be half of the people. So the moving around can only be done if the organizers provide more tasks for us instead of limiting it only to one person. That's one thing I want to make. And then the second one would be like to Obama himself. There's a lot of people that are saying like it's a concert for a particular song, but the duration of the song being released and the concert has to close. One of the defaults to the song, why do you kill all this instead of releasing it early? I don't know if anyone has asked.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So normally, like related to the press cards, you might be right one way or the other. Sometimes you have situations where some people will come, they want to have more cards, and then we try to give them maybe 2 or 1, because covering a show, sometimes it's always good to have this conversation about to know exactly what this particular media house is doing. You understand? So because there must be a reason, like to say we need like 2 camera, 2 personnel or 3 based on these responsibilities. But if the media houses, some of them are trying to argue like one have a genuine reason. For example, if I give you three media cards for a particular reason, and then it is confirmed, right? And then the other people also want to have 3, but they don't have 3 people who have to work. One will be just be standing there just because the other media house have 3. So this is where the controversy comes. But we will be flexible and be open to people, to media houses who really need 3, or who need 4, or who need 2, or who need 1. It depends on their responsibilities and what they're doing. So these things also we have to consider them. So and on the side of the way we arrange the performance, so that the humble manager Briggs can emphasize on that, as it is all based on our past experiences with the timing of the artists and everything. So he can say a little bit about that. Oh, okay, good. So because like me and Briggs, like we in a management team, but me and Briggs is like we working hand in hand, 100%. So it's like when I'm talking much, so it's like Briggs is also talking. Yeah. So the reason why we try to arrange the artist performance list in the way you highlighted is simply because we do have situations where most of the artists, I will sit until this particular time. So at some time, maybe if the main artists have to come on stage at 2 a.m. and we have like 6 or 7 big artists who arrive on the venue at like let's say 1:30 a.m. So we want to satisfy them to perform, but then it is going deep into the time of the main artist. So this is why we come up with this idea of to say, okay, why not we categorize the timing? This means if you are a performing artist, you see the time duration, like you should perform within 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. So if you come at 5 minutes after 12, you are there. The chances that you will perform is very slim if there is a possibility. But then you lost your right to say, I should perform because you are not there during the time. So this is why every artist who saw the flyer knows if I have to perform, this is the time duration I have to be there. But it is not basically like to say we want to try to separate who have to come first or second, because even those names on a particular time scale is not guaranteed who is playing before who. So the most important thing is that you know if you're there, this is your time to perform. Yeah, this is why we make it like that, you know. Yeah. And Kari wanna make some adjustments.
So regarding the program guide too, this is the first time we are doing that. We never did it before, but in other places, the artists will know exactly when they are supposed to perform. They will know that, let's say 2:45 is your time. So for example, when we went to the summer jam in Germany, we were performing 3 p.m. So me and Demba, we were very busy to let them know that it is going to be 3 p.m. We understand that the sun going to be very hot, but that's how they do it here. They give us time, so it's 3 p.m. So the thing is, we want the fans, or you guys, everybody coming there. This is the first time we're doing this. We're not saying that it's going to be perfect or it is the best, but we believe that we are getting closer to how it is done in other parts of the world professionally. So another thing that I wanted to add is some of the artists may have seen their name on the flyers, but so the flyers we have been working on it, progressively, but unfortunately it leaked mistakenly. So that's why we are forced to push it out real quick. So some artists might see their names on the flyers, but we haven't get in touch with them yet. Some of them, not necessarily we haven't get in touch with them, but we are unable to get them on the phone or any means we are trying to get in touch with them. So this will go out to the artists or the people that is representing them. In case if you see your name on the flyer, even if you're not going to be there because you are supposed to be somewhere else, that's why we want to talk to you before the flyer come out. So we were having difficulty talking to people before the flyer come out. That's why